Hello, welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and I'm here to share with you a general collective message. And so we've got some big energies playing out today, guys. We do have the Sun in Libra, conjunct Mercury in Libra at 8 degrees. And so we're going to have this massive Libra stellium playing out within the collective, and we are at a very fated time period because we are just days away from the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. So let's talk about these energies. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video, especially if you're resonating with the message. It helps the channel to grow. It's just a nice, very easy way to show me some love and show me some support. But I do feel these energies really are highlighting where we have to deal with any underlying issues with allowing others to get close to us. And so there was this underlying energy of collective fear when it comes to maybe being manipulated, which might be making you have your guard up when it comes to relationships. And so the message was pretty loud. I think we're all kind of being asked right now to put a little bit more trust and faith in the universe that we will be safe, that we've done enough along the ascension process, that we've mastered discernment and we can trust our intuition. And so also a big message, Libra, I think of the Empress energy. Be sure not to forget the importance of self-care over the coming days with these eclipse energies. And despite the fact that maybe you might be facing some very challenging life events that I feel are going to be taking place, because we kind of are in this portal of endings of all kinds. And so that's what the eclipses do. They kind of eclipse things out of our lives. And so maybe it's time to leave a certain situation or relationship behind. And so if that's the case, it really is best to neutralize all of these unpleasant feelings. So throat chakra, if you can hear, I've been doing a lot of throat chakra clearing, and so I was guided to share with you. I do feel working with blue lace agate over the coming days is really going to help you embrace your focus, embrace a certain level of sharpness of the mind when it comes to creating those new meaningful connections and laying the groundwork for many new aspirations. And so blue lace agate, it helps to heal any emotional disharmony. And how appropriate is that with the Libra energy? Because the scales of balance are always seeking to create that balanced flow. But when they become a little bit lopsided and we have too much of one thing or too much of another, it's hard to calm the mind. And so blue lace agate will help you calm the mind. It will also help enhance divine communication. And so I do feel this is really a good time, though, to start a new business initiative or a new business venture. It's a good time to express your ideas. And so collectively, that's kind of where the mission kind of sits at, is around the throat chakra. And so we all have a voice to share. We all have an opinion or an idea to express or something to create. And so how can you balance your own personal goals with the needs of others that you're connected to? Because I do feel this energy is asking us all to plant the seed, to make the plans that will be sustainable. Something about the sixth house. Very loudly, I kept hearing communication over and over again in meditation. There was a lot of mental activity. And so there is this Sun conjunct Mercury energy. All of these energies are actually creating a stellium in my 8th house of Libra. And so there was a lot of mental activity going on, tapping into these energies. And so this is all about personal expression. This is all about gaining that clarity, those insights, those new ideas to maybe embark upon a new path of learning, because we are forever growing. We are forever learning. And so there really was a potent message that came through about finding balance in any difficult situations, because difficult situations, they're always going to arise. And so we do have to harness mastering our own energies. And so we are all encouraged to face our fears in the midst of all of these difficulties, because when we face the fears, when we face the obstacles, that's when we know that we can take action with courage and determination. And so the seeker energy, the fool energy came through. The seeker is seeking deep meaning. That's what I channeled. The seeker is seeking deep meaning. And so there also may be a sense of isolation that you're going through in these energies, or almost like a sense of disconnection. And that's okay, because we need to go through these phases in order to fully connect with our inner self. And so there's this deeply contemplating energy about the future coming through within the collective. And so maybe you're deeply wishing upon something, but I do feel there's a need to kind of take a time out over the coming days to really self-reflect on your journey so far, where you've been, where you've come from, where you're at, and trust that you have the strength and the wisdom to take action to kind of make something new happen in your journey. And so ultimately it's up to you. Ultimately, it's up to you to make big things happen. And so there's a certain level of emotional intelligence that we need in order to harness control over our emotions. And our emotions are to be used as sources of motivation and sources of inspiration, all through harnessing compassion as well. And so manifestation is a tricky thing, right? Our thoughts create our reality without a doubt, but we also have to have a certain emotional intelligence, and we have to use our emotions as a source of manifestation, along with taking those guided action steps. And so it really is time to take charge of your personal life. I don't know who needs to hear that. Maybe I need to hear that. Maybe we all need to hear that. Really is time to take charge of your personal and your professional life. And so there really is a need to find balance as well between the head and the heart. And so in order to reach that balance, or to reach that place of emotional stability and success, we kind of have to have that aligned energy between the head and the heart. And so there is a powerful combination of energies coming through, of intuition and determination. And so we are all on a spiritual quest, whether we realize it or not. We are all on a spiritual quest, and we all can tap into this divine inspiration, this divine creation, this divine creativity. And so I think really take careful consideration over the coming days. It felt like an energy of like fact gathering, wisdom seeking, and then seeking resolution. And so Libra is all about resolution. And so there could be an unbalanced situation coming to a close in order to create that resolution, that balance. And so as you move through these energies, understand that we are in a massive period of collective transformation. And so you're reminded to stay close to your inner truth, because our inner truth is really what is guiding us. And so be open as well to any new ideas or projects that might inspire you to manifest your fully led purpose in this life. And so you might also need to take a break from the physical world and really connect with that richness of your inner reality, of your inner self, in order to gain more clarity about whatever situation you might be questioning. So be honest with yourself. That is the first step to moving forward, no matter what situation you might be facing, no matter what endings might be occurring. You do have to be rigorously honest with yourself in these energies. So you might be reevaluating all of your current relationships, because Libra is all about relationships. And so what is it that you need to clear in order to create a path that will be more aligned with your highest truth? So ultimately, what this energy felt like was a major SOS, a major wake-up call, a major turning point, which will lead us towards feelings of completion and maybe even fulfillment. But there is a major collective cycle coming to an end. And so we are entering a new phase. We're entering a new phase of growth and transformation. We're also entering a new phase of North Node energy. And so I kept hearing that song, "The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow." And so as we take the necessary steps to reach our goals, we do need to remember to be open to the possibilities of this new cycle that's bringing all of this new energy. And so sometimes we have to take a chance. Sometimes we have to trust that whatever we're leaving behind was intended to be left behind. And so we can have everything that is meant to come on our path find us. And so luck is on our side, I feel. The winds of change are here. And I do feel it's kind of blowing us or moving us in the right direction. And so hard work, commitment, and determination will always, always pay off in the long run. So let's jump in with some cards. Let's see what other energies need to come through with the tarot today. We're going to set the tone with an oracle deck, and I did choose the Senses of the Soul oracle deck. So what I want you guys to remember is tarot and oracle messages are all about guidance. I'm not here to tell you what to do. The cards are not here to tell you what to do. Hopefully this is a message that's going to give you a nudge, push you in the right direction so you can take back your power, step into self-empowerment, and create the life that you want. But let's cut the deck and let's see what message needs to come through today. As I heal myself, I heal the world. And so it is a 10 card. 10s are completions. 10s are endings. And so there is a significant cycle coming to a close. And this is connected to the sacral chakra. And then we get the Buttercup card. It's a 30 card. So that's connected to the Four of Wands energy in the tarot, key 30. And so this is speaking of I am free to be the light that I am. And so we are entering into the dawning age of Aquarius, and we are all going through energetic spiritual upgrades within our cellular DNA. Fuchsia, actually fuchsia is one of my favorite colors. Fuchsia, purple, and pink. But we are healing ourselves, and isn't that the truth? As we heal ourselves, we do heal the world. And so this healing journey, we all kind of have to do our part to create that new earth energy. And so we are all worthy and deserving of good things. And so the root chakra, it's a 4 card. I'm being shown an emperor in reversed. And so there could be a masculine energy coming through that does not feel worthy or deserving of good things. There could be fear that needs to be worked through. There could be a heart chakra opening. There could be some sort of shaky foundation here because the Four of Wands came out again. And then I do feel there is a masculine here that needs to walk away from a certain situation. This might also just be you harnessing your inner masculine energy and drive to find the determination to walk away, because I do feel a 8 of Cups energy coming through with the Wormwood, which is speaking of I release what no longer serves me in order to find harmony from within. And so maybe somebody here needs to recognize that a situation they're involved in just isn't worthy of their time and their effort anymore. So we're going to get a few of these cards out, guys. We're going to see what else needs to come through. What I want you to remember is this reading is not sign specific. If you would like to book a more sign specific reading or a more personalized message from me, do feel free to check out the description box below. There you will find a link to the webpage to book in with me. Also, I'd like to quickly mention there is a membership side to the channel. If you would like to become a channel member, feel free to check it out. I go live every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time, and I do card pulls into all 12 zodiac signs, so check it out. But what do we got today? We got a wounded warrior. We get the warrior card, and so all of the yellow energy I feel is connected to the solar plexus. And with the sunflowers, there's something I feel wrapping up completion or rounding completion, connected to the Lionsgate portal in Leo season in August. Okay, what else do we got? We get the Orchid. It's 51 card. I'm feeling the King of Swords energy. And this is speaking about aligning with the universal energies. And so I do feel a major shift with the masculine collective. The King of Swords can be very cold, can be very detached, but is also very forthright and very honest and maybe a little bit opinionated. And then we get the 21 card, the Ginger card, which is I am where I need to be and my way forward is clear. And so there is a major cycle reaching completion. 21 is connected to the world. And so we have a wounded warrior here realigning with these energies over the coming days, and they are exactly where they need to be before they can move forward. And then look at that, the 35 card, the blue bell. There's that throat chakra. And as I'm going further into the reading, the throat energy is clearing. And so it is safe to speak your truth. I feel there's a masculine here struggling with speaking truth. It could, like I said, just be you harnessing your inner masculine to speak your truth. But the 35 card, key 35 in the tarot, is connected to the 9 of Wands, is connected to the wounded warrior, the wounded healer energy. And so below the blue bell, we get the lavender card. It's a 49. And so wishes being granted. 9 of Cups. This is about aligning with your earthly truth and the cosmic will of the universe, because we are all magical children. And so some deep inner child healing is taking place in these energies. I didn't even see that. 33. A teacher of the teachers being born is what I feel. And this is all about nurturing the inner child from within. And you need to trust that you are safe and you are protected as you align with your purpose. And so a teacher of the teacher is being born. And so it is safe to speak that truth. Let's read out of the book when it comes to the warrior card. That was the first card out. So let's read into it. This is all about spiritual integrity. This card speaks of divine choices. And so there is a divine choice. And maybe there's a new philosophical endeavor coming forward. And so the spiritual warrior represents integrity in all of its forms, right? We all have the choice to do the right thing and to do better at every single turn. We all have the choice to do better than we did yesterday. And so we really are not in competition with anybody. We're in competition with ourselves. And so the energy really is giving the ability for all of us to access this truth from within, our higher truth, our inner truth, especially with Chiron and Aries as well. It is retrograde and it's not going to go direct until the 29th of December. And so there's still a deep internal process taking place connected to a self-core identity wound. And so when we live in accordance to higher spiritual principles and values, and we harness our own inner strength and power, then we have the power to help motivate others to hold themselves to that higher standard as well. And so it's not about being better than anybody else, but it's about shining light in any areas of our life where maybe we're not living with the utmost integrity. It really is about being authentic. That's what the age of Aquarius is about. It's about being authentic. And so it's kind of time to hold ourselves up to a higher sense of behavior, a higher sense of truth, to ground in our authentic self. And so you might find yourself at a crossroads where you need to choose between what you know is true in your heart and what you might feel like seems like the easy way out. And so choosing the high road is not always easy, but in doing so, you can enlighten yourself, you can strengthen yourselves, and you can inspire others to do the right thing. And so you could be faced with dealing with somebody that is displaying narcissistic tendencies. Sometimes we can often display them ourselves if we are misaligned with our truth and we're not taking right action. And so usually a narcissistic energy will do whatever they want to further themselves, and it doesn't matter who they hurt, and they don't care who they hurt. And so this can become a chronic type of behavior. I don't actually believe anybody is a true blue narcissist. I believe we can all display these egoic, narcissistic, selfish tendencies at times when we are completely out of alignment with our spiritual truth and with our connection to the divine. And so there's somebody here with some very negative chronic behavior as well coming through that I feel is so out of alignment. They don't even know who they really are anymore. And so there could be a divine masculine here, very much misaligned, feeling very lost, feeling very alone, and spiritually bereft. And so this is a huge signal. If this is where you feel like you're at, or you're dealing with somebody like this, somebody here is lying to themselves. They're lying to others about their true feelings and their true intentions. And so maybe it's time to course correct this behavior. And so this really is about accessing some healing energy and aligning with some truth, some honest communication here. So I think somebody here is really being asked to face this truth, speak this truth, to clear up some miscommunication and to make the way forward crystal clear. So let's go a little bit further. I did grab the Wildwood Tarot today. I'm hoping it's going to really dig into these energies a little bit deeper. I haven't used this deck in a while. It's just a gorgeous deck. So let's jump in with the Wildwood and let's see. And so we got the Strength reversed. I'm going to take it in reverse because it was in reversed in the box, and the Lovers card. And so there is a choice between two. I do feel somebody here needs to speak up. Somebody here does have a big decision to make. It is feeling like perhaps a masculine energy. The Strength reversed is Scream and Ego. This is somebody that is all up in their ego. They've probably been called into some type of leadership role, maybe just to lead in their own lives. And then the Forest Lovers, or the Lovers card. And so Gemini energy, Leo energy. We are going to have Mars entering into Leo. Not quite yet. We're kind of halfway through Mars transit through Cancer, and then it's going to go retrograde in the sign of Leo and go back into Cancer. So we're not out of the woods yet, is what it feels like, because we're kind of in the woods here with the Forest Lovers. But there is a connection here that I feel is forever binding coming through as well. There could be a shift or a deep internal process with a masculine coming through during the Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. So something about that Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. So maybe look to where that is transiting through your house. I know for me, it's going to be transiting through my 4th house. But there's some deep, deep spiritual ties here. And somebody here I feel is definitely all up in their ego about a decision. And maybe they're not sure which way to go because they're not living in truth. And I'm feeling a massive burning of energy around the heart chakra. Look at, and then I shuffled and I cut. And now we got the Lovers in reversed with the 4 of Stones in reverse. And so there is a need to release, I just want to say, an expired soul contract, a contract that has run its course, where there's no other lessons to learn here. There could be something toxic here, but the 4 of Pentacles is saying release. There is a rebirth process going on here. And I do feel somebody is protected as they go through this transition, and the way forward is to be made clear. So master number 2022 is on the timer. When I looked up, it was exactly at 22 minutes. So 22 is a master number. It's a master builder. It is connected to the Fool. The Fool is actually key 22 in the tarot. And so there is some type of need to take a leap of faith here. And so yeah, to break free from something toxic. We got the Devil card, just flew out. It's called the Guardian. And somebody here I feel is being stripped down to the bare bones here when it comes to some type of toxic cycle. And so this is about breaking chains with the unhealthy habits. Getting crystal clear, right? The Wounded Warrior does have to face addictions as well. So let's get 9 cards. So I set that aside and I actually placed it right on the Warrior card. And so I find that interesting. So let's get at it. We got the Mirror energy or the Hanged Man. And so Pisces energy right out the gate, the Mirror. We get the 9 of Bows in reverse. There's that Wounded Warrior. And we get the King of Arrows in reverse. There's that King of Swords in reversed. And so somebody is, I feel, definitely coming through a little bit narcissistic in the energies. That's the energy of the King of Swords in reverse, Kingfisher. And the 9 of Bows is saying, hey, there's a major lack of respect here being mirrored back to this very negative masculine energy coming through. And so the Mirror, I also feel like a siren energy. If you look, she's kind of like half woman, half octopus. And the octopus energy for me also is representative of like the devilish energy. It's like all of these tentacles kind of grabbing at you, right? And so there's something being mirror reflected about a lack of respect. And this is triggering a deep core wound. And so with the Mars energy in Cancer, and it's going to be there for quite a while, it's going to go retrograde. And so we've done a lot of healing for about the last 15 years with Pluto and Capricorn connected to the father wound. And now we've got to heal that deep-seated mother wound. And so a lot of masculine men that will display narcissistic tendencies have a deep-seated core mother wound from a lack of nurturing in childhood. And so there's a need to recognize, right? The mirror goes, right? Usually everything is a reflection of our inner reality. So let's keep going here. We get the 10 of arrows in reversed, the 10 of swords in reversed. And so if somebody here has failed to follow instructions when it comes to the cosmic ordering, we get the Empress in reversed, or the Green Woman in reversed, with the 8 of Cups in reversed. And so there's a resistance going on here to some type of rebirth. And so this could be a feminine energy as well. The central energy is the Green Woman in reverse. So there is a deep-seated mother wound coming up, right? And so and I do feel this needs to be healed with the 10 of arrows in reverse. And so we could have had a mother that was very controlling, belittling, demanding. The Empress in reverse does not nurture, is not very kind, is not very loving, is very selfish. We get the Queen of Stones upright. Now there's your mama bear. There's your mama bear energy that will protect, that will do anything to protect her children. With the 7 of Bows, receiving some type of clearance. And then the Wheel reversed. And so there is a fated turn of events. There could be an energy here of maybe recognizing your value. The Empress in reversed needs to recognize her value. There could be a third-party cheating situation here going on. I'm not really feeling that very strongly. But the Empress in reverse, the Green Woman, she doesn't care who she hurts either. And so she oftentimes can have affairs because she doesn't know her worth, or she doesn't know her value. I just heard sex without love. And so there's a need to recognize some type of very painful situation that feels like a betrayal, and it's very difficult to heal that betrayal wound. And so the 8 of Cups in reversed is saying, hey, somebody might need to go back. This is also holding on to a situation where I feel it's time to walk away from it. If you look at this 8 of Cups, you got 3 cups up here pouring into this giant Ace of Cups, and then it's trickling down into these 4 of Cups. And so there is an energy of discontent and boredom here. And so this is a block to a rebirth. And so life is all about death and rebirth, and cycles of life and death and rebirth. And something here does need to kind of die away and be walked away from. And so there's going to be challenges. There's going to be a need to face these challenges, to find your strength, to maybe stand up for yourself. The clearance energy, the 7 of Bows, which is the 7 of Wands, there's that Teacher of the Teacher card coming out again. And so somebody is getting clearance when it comes to their mission. And then on the bottom of the deck, we get this Queen of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Bows in reversed, with the 7 of arrows, or the 7 of swords. And so we do have a feminine here that is very insecure as well coming through. And so narcissistic masculine energy will prey on women that are very insecure. They will go after women that don't know their worth and don't know their value. And so there is a mirroring energy here to display 2 people that I feel have deep-seated insecurities when it comes to being fully open within relation. And then the 9 of Stones in reversed. And so there's a cycle here closing out of extreme codependencies. The 9 of Coins in reverse. And so this is about breaking the ancestral tradition, breaking the pattern, breaking the wounding. And we do have a masculine stepping up and taking charge of a situation with the Green Man upright, the Emperor upright. And so this is a masculine that does the right thing, that stands up and does the right thing. And so this is going to lead a masculine straight towards emotional contentment, ultimate fulfillment and happiness. But there needs to be a release of a codependency here. A codependent feminine here is the central energy with the Empress in reverse. And so there's a flipping of the scales here. There is a flipping of the scales here. So let's clarify this Green Woman. And I do feel this has to do with all of this Libra energy playing out. So let's clarify the Green Woman. We get the Sun reversed, 19 card. 19 is also a karmic debt. And so there is somebody here that is severely blocked on the heart chakra. Definitely feeling that. The heart chakra is the gateway. So there's a feminine here, I feel, in a very negative place. Hurt people want to hurt people. I just felt like a huge pressure on this side of energy, and it pulsated in my ear. And so there is going to be a shift here. We get the 5 of stones in reverse, and so there is a feminine here that doesn't have what it takes to complete this rebirth. There's a need to trust that you can go through this. And then the 4 of vessels, boredom. Somebody here, I feel, is bored to death in a situation and maybe holding on because of the insecurities. The 7 of arrows, though, with the Queen of Wands reversed, is a very jealous, possessive energy. It's like somebody that wants to start a fight here, somebody that wants to argue. I'm going to get one more on this Empress in reverse, and we get the Knight of Bows. And so there could be third party. But I feel the Empress in reverse basically will take anything from anybody because she doesn't know her worth and doesn't know her value. Kind of like, you know, accepting the breadcrumbs. And then the Page of Vessels in reverse also connected to her. And so there is a lack of love here. There's a lack of truth about this connection. And there is a need to do some deep inner exploration connected to a childhood wound. And then the 6 of Cups with the Magician reversed. And so I do feel there's a feminine here trying to block some truth coming to light. We got that Lover's reverse again, trying to hold on to a situation that is not meant to come back together or stay together. And I do feel there's a need to recognize where you are manipulating yourself here with the Magician reversed. And so we all have the ability to become the shaman. But somebody here, I feel, is also overly reliant on other people's advice and is not seeing something clearly. So this is going to lead to a fall. This is going to lead to a major challenge here. Let's clarify the Wheel in reverse, because this is bad luck, bad timing. We get the 9 of arrows in reverse, so we get the 9 of swords in reverse, which is all about dedication. The 10 of stones in reversed, home. And so the worst is going to be made manifest. And we get the eel, the king of, or the Knight of Vessels in reverse. So there is a loveless situation here crumbling down. And then we get the Judgment in reverse. And so this is kind of the energy of admitting when you've made a bad judgment call and knowing when to walk away. It's like knowing when to hold them, knowing when to fold them, knowing when to walk away. And so there could be a feminine here needing to recognize her value. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The Queen of Stones is saying, hey, find your drive, find your determination to come out of this very dark place and to take action on behalf of yourself, because there is clearance. But you are going to have to walk away from a home situation. You are going to have to stop putting in a dedicated effort into a situation where somebody is really not being honest and forthright with their emotions. So let's clarify the mirror, because it is bringing in a new perspective. I think a perspective about what needs to be walked away from. And that is, yeah, we get the Page of Arrows. So I just feel Spirit has been sending somebody some signs, some syncs, some messages. We get the 2 of Bows about a decision that needs to be made. And so this is a decision I feel that's coming in hot and heavy. And so 2 of Bows, 3 of Bows. It's about listening to that inner voice. Somebody here is being guided to take action right now. Don't think it through. Somebody here is saying, hey, it's time to go. It's time to make a decision. Go towards fulfillment and to clean up any past injustices. And so we've got a King of Wands in reverse surrounded by a lot of snakes. I feel there's sacred rage, there's anger, and I do feel there's going to be some type of challenging situation to break somebody free from a loveless, hopeless situation where I feel maybe a masculine has been exploited. Very interesting. Let's close this off. Let's close this off with the Crystal Wisdom deck. I do feel there's quite a bit of energy here, pretty much all of the signs, but there very well could be an exploiting situation here. So let's get a few of these Crystal Wisdom cards and let's see what other messages need to come through for a reading today. Oh my goodness. Okay. We get Chrysotile, which is speaking of a power animal. And so connect with your power animal is going to allow you to be guided throughout this challenging situation. Selenite. So this is part of spiritual awakening. And the card does say, I am a spiritual warrior of light. And so somebody here is being asked to find that inner warrior to break free from a very disheartening situation. And so trust that it's time to get back into the flow and aligned with this divine universal energy. And Azurite is bringing in a lot of expanded awareness about the clarity that you need to receive in order to go forward. And so on the bottom of the deck, we get the Herkimer diamond, one of my favorite stones. And so pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, because there is a major awakening when it comes to tapping into your true soul's essence and your full expression of your highest vibration, your highest timeline, because we are constantly manifesting and counter manifesting. And so get ready, because there's going to be an opportunity to manifest your dreams into reality over the coming days. So trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and the way forward will be made crystal clear. And that is what I have for a message today.